Hello, blessed people. How are you all? It's been a long time. Hope you all are doing fine. Before we dive into today's video, I recorded the video and then I realized that the background noise was a lot. So then I recorded the audio version and it was much better. So this is a heads up to tell you that we'll be moving into the audio format of this video, but the content is not diluted in any way. What I'm sharing with you is going to be of extreme importance. Thank you so much. Let's dive into the video. Do you ever feel like something is missing in your life? Often we feel like that, but there are certain times in our life that reminds us a massive change is needed. It was like 10 or 12 years back when I realized the importance of one quality that can make an enormous difference in our lives. So I did find a way to inculcate that into my life. But before I go ahead and reveal to you what I'm talking about, let me tell you a mistake that I made. After I found out about the importance of this particular trait, I enhanced it. I improved it. I kept working on it for a few years. Then I felt like I've got it all together, and I started to go into the world again and stopped working on that trait because I thought, well, I think I have improved this quality. It's good now, and I'm able to manage situations and people better. Well, consciously it may not have been so, but most probably subconsciously that's how I thought. And I gradually stopped enhancing this particular quality about which this video is. But after a certain point of time, I realized I was acting and reacting in unhealthy ways. Everyone is different, but the more sensitive you are, the more chances of you continuously getting worked up on the inside, even if you don't show it on the outside. We cannot blame the people or the world in general for how they act because, on a personal level, it is an individual's responsibility to improve oneself, and no one is going to come and tell you how to handle situations or people that might affect you. And if you come across someone who tells you to your face you have to improve yourself, you should actually be thankful and grateful to them because it's out of their care that they are telling you to improve you. And that is a great form of helping you. In fact, it's a healthy way of communicating love. So, the reason why I said this to you was because after you get to know what this one quality is, this all important quality, I don't want you to just follow certain methods for a few days, for a week, or even a month and then leave it. No, I want you to continue to work on this aspect all through your life because I don't want you to make the mistake that I did. Because if you lack this quality, you will end up hurting yourself and others, and you most probably will go in a negative spiral in your life. That is an unhealthy mindset and life. So, again, before I reveal to you what this quality is, I request you and kind of beg you to follow this commitment to enhance this particular quality throughout your life because the positive impact it's going to have on your life in every area of your life is immense. And if you happen to be a person who by nature or nurture, that is by a brought up or from birth, you are naturally good at this quality, that is wonderful. But still, I would request you to continue enhancing it. So, here's the big reveal. This life changing quality is self esteem. When I realized the importance of this through books that I read, I understood that all the good qualities that my mother and my father have taught me and had imbibed in me were not that useful to me till that point because my self esteem was not good. I did not expect good things for me, and even if good things did happen, because as my self esteem was low, I kind of ended up self sabotaging it. When I was born, rather, when I was about to be born, a month or two before my birth, when I was in my mother's womb, some people, actually relatives, who stay in the same house as us, tried to kill my father through a violent attack. So you can understand the situation in which I would have been born. The chaos, the confusion, the state of mind, the pain my mother's heart would have gone through. Those relatives, they kept troubling us throughout the years. Growing up in a challenging environment shaped my early mindset and made me cautious. I focused more on avoiding pain than embracing possibilities. But once I realized this, I started actively working on shifting my approach to life. I learned to protect myself rather than hope for the best, which kept my expectations low. But as I said, once I understood the impact of self esteem, I began setting my sights higher and I started to shift my approach to life. But earlier, if anything ended up being negative or bad or contrary to what I would have wanted, because as my self esteem was like non existent, I would just go into hiding or into my safe space. But once I realized that my self esteem had to be improved, like 10 to 12 years back through books that I read, I started improving it by a method. I'll tell you what that method was shortly after this. Let me get back to how enhancing self esteem helped me massively. I was able to carry myself much better and I progressed much better. I felt more great and amazing to face the world. I was no longer the over self conscious, overthinking person fearing negative results and people. But then, when I stopped working on my self esteem, it again impacted me in an extremely unhealthy manner. And thankfully, someone pointed out the fact that I have to improve myself. So here I am working on it personally, even more like never before. And also, I thought, oh my God, what a great difference this is making in me. The feeling in me is so amazing, so wonderful, all because of me working on this one quality. So I'm sure many in the world too would be benefited from it. So let me tell them to please work on their self esteem, to enhance it, to improve it, and also to keep making progress on it so that they improve themselves for the better. And the method that I use personally, I tried a lot of methods, but one method that is kind of really helpful to me now and has been helpful earlier too, that kind of kick-started the journey was self-talks. Self-talk has been one of my most powerful tools, changing my thoughts day by day, creating lasting confidence. It's because of neuroplasticity, the ability of our mind to keep learning and adapting to new information. The things and self talk is one of the best ways by which neuroplasticity of the brain can be effectively utilized. To start, you can use an affirmation or two on self esteem and keep saying it to yourself for a few minutes or more. Well, let me give you a few self esteem affirmations that can help you immensely. I really am very special. I like who I am and I feel good about myself. Although I always work to improve myself and get better every day, I like who I am today. And tomorrow, when I'm even better, I will like myself then too. It's true that there really is no one else like me in the entire world. There never was another me before, and there will never be another me again. And if these affirmations make you feel resistance or thoughts like, isn't this a bit too arrogant to say so? Well, that could be a sign of old limiting beliefs. Developing self esteem is about embracing who you are without feeling too much or too little. And if someone else questions or doesn't understand your affirmations and terms it as arrogant, remember, they are seeing things from their own perspective, shaped by their own experiences. Their experiences are shaped by their own perspective, right? So they may not understand how important self esteem is for you. Trust that your journey to build confidence is valid and will make a positive difference for you and those around you. So, there you have it. To improve yourself, to improve your life, enhance your self esteem. It's going to be helpful, massively helpful, not only to you, but to your family, to your loved ones, and to the world. You can shine brighter and be of more use to everyone. You can handle criticism much better in an healthy way. To make the world a better place, you have to improve yourself. And I realize that self esteem is one of the cornerstones of that improvement. If you'd like me to share a self talk script on self esteem, let me know in the comments below. If there's enough interest, I'd be thrilled to create one just for you. You can listen to it again and again for a great, wonderful, and improved life. If you found this video beneficial, please do like it. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe and share it with someone who might find this useful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great, blessed, and happy life ahead.